Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This reading is going to be looking at the energies around the 22nd to the 28th of June, but it will resonate around that, and the energies will resonate beyond that for a little while. But whenever you watch this reading, Taurus, is the right time for you. I have pre-shuffled these cards, so we'll get straight onto it. But if I can just say, do check out a reading I've put out recently for all earth signs concerning the Mercury retrograde at this time now, right up until the 12th of July. So if you look out for earth signs, Mercury retrograde, I think you'll find it quite interesting, Taurus. So let's see what the energies want to say for the week, the 22nd to the 28th of June, or thereabouts, Taurus. It's very interesting because the energies do slightly change and adjust week on week, so it's always useful to keep updated with what's happening, because of course the planetary activity is changing all the time as well. Right, let's have a look. That was a funny cut, but that's where it went, so I have to rely on the cards. They know what they're doing. They know best. Alright then, Taurus, let's have a look what's at the heart of your reading. And we have iceberg. This is submerged. And the clarifier here is the Seven of Pentacles. So the iceberg card, as you probably know or don't know, but what we see of an iceberg is only the very tip of it. The majority of that mass is below the water. So this is about that which we can't see. So we're aware of something, but there's a lot that you're not aware of at this time. So there's something is submerged. I also feel with this card it looks like two icebergs are colliding, aren't they? It's a collision of heads, a collision of heads, a collision of wills, if you like, values, whatever it is. So I feel there's that energy to the card as well. But there's something about this situation. There's a lot that you're not aware of at this time. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles as a clarifier. And this is when something's not quite ready. Something's brewing. Something is developing, but it's not quite ready. The apple isn't quite ready for harvesting. And the lady's not quite ready to give birth yet. So this is about things not being quite ready for harvesting. Or in this case, it's not quite the time for something to be revealed. In the challenge position, we have stillness, the lake, stillness. And this is when it's like almost like a calm period. Sometimes it can be to do with the calm before the storm. But not necessarily, not every time. The only reason I mention that is because it's in the challenge position. So there's something about stillness, calmness, nothing happening, no movement at this time. And this is the challenge for you. Yes, so as a clarifier, we've got the Four of Chalices, the Four of Cups. And this is when there are opportunities out there, but we can't see them at the moment. There's the Four Cups outside in the rain. The lady's stuck in, looking out at the rain. And that's quite indicative of how a lot of us are at the moment, isn't it, in lockdown and feeling quite isolated and away from everything. So that's a clarifier for this stillness card. So I think that's what this is saying. It's a difficult time, isolation, nothing happening, opportunities, but we can't see them at the moment. So they're in your challenge position, Taurus. And at the root of the situation, we've got the new moon, which is about promise. A new moon, a promise of new beginning, something going forward. Remember, this is in the root of it. So there's been a promise of something new, of new beginnings. And then the Nine of Pentacles, this is the this is when somebody has the pick of the crop, is working hard, is getting the rewards for their hard work, which is on this picture we've got picking the beautiful bunches of grapes, purple grapes, and then all this money on the ground, so earning a lot of money from that. So working, I often think of this card as the independent person, often working for themselves, but it doesn't have to be. It's certainly about hard work and having the pick of the crop. And this is a clarify for the new moon, a promise of independence, perhaps a new beginning, a promise of self-employment, perhaps. Certainly being able to harvest that which you've worked hard for. So that's at the root of this situation. That's at the root of this, what's something that's submerged that you're not aware of yet, and something not being quite ready for harvesting. So in the past we have the ocean, which is about ebb and flow. This is about going with the flow. The ocean can do no more, is guided by the moon, directed by the moon. So the oceans ebb and they flow, and it's about going with the flow. So this is in your past. You've gone with the flow of a situation. And then the star card, which is wishing on a star, wish fulfillment, what you were wishing for becoming a reality, and this is in the past. And there's a lot of water in this card as well, which is about emotional fulfillment. Now, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about release. This is the autumnal equinox. So this is when the trees in the autumn can do no other but let go of their leaves. They have to release their leaves to rest and regerminate, if you like, through the winter, ready for new life springing from them in the spring. So release. This is what's on your mind about letting go of something. Releasing something and letting go of something. And then the Five of Chalices, or the Five of Cups. This is when this is called the crying over spilt milk card. And I suppose you could say that in the autumn there's a sense of sadness as the leaves. It's the end of that season, isn't it? And we've got the winter coming. And so, but it's beautiful colours. I mean, we enjoy the autumn, but there's this sense of something being lost, after all that growth and beauty. And so, the Five of Cups, the Five of Chalices, you've got the young lady here looking at all the cups that have tipped over, and she's feeling sad. So it's a sad card, a sense of loss, a sense of grieving over something. All right, and it could be that you need to release this energy. This is what you're thinking about, releasing the negative, the glass half empty energy. In your power at this time, Taurus, we have celebration. Now, this is about dancing your dance. This is about being authentic, being your authentic self, celebrating who you are and what you're here to do, and what you are offering at this time. So this is not dancing anybody else's dance. This is being absolutely unique, and you can celebrate that. And then the King of Pentacles, which is about being very good with money, being very wise with money, he's a good worker. The king, if it's a person, they often have their own business, work for themselves, a good employer. They know how to earn money. They know how to manage money. So this is an energy that you've got or is around you, but it's within your power. So it's an energy that you've got at this time, Taurus. And then around you, we've got a passion. There's a passion burning around you. So this is not integral to yourself. This is what's around you in your environment. There's a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of heat. And also Nine of Swords. So this is when there's overthinking of something, a lot on your mind, keeping you awake at night, disturbed thinking, if you like. And you can see the woman running away. She's got the crows flying after her. She's trying to bat them away. But this is not within yourself. This is around you at this time. So a lot of passionate energy, something passion building up around, and mental blocks, a lot of going on mentally with somebody around you. So I think this is to do with somebody in your environment, Taurus. It'll mean something different for all of you, remember that. And then we have the Milky Way. This is in your hopes and fears. So this is about perspective. Everybody has different views and perspectives on things. And with the Milky Way, with this imagery, we have the solar system, and we have a beautiful, huge sun at the center. Now, wherever these other stars are around the center, their view, it will be different. So according to where you're sitting, your view is very different to the centre, to what's happening, to a situation. So this is in your hopes and fears, you're hoping for having a perspective of your own, or being able to understand somebody else's perspective around you. And then the Queen of Swords energy. So I would gauge that this is because this is in your hopes and fears. Are you hoping to have the Queen of Swords energy, which is having clear thought, intelligent clarity of thought, but being determined, having a steel determination about you? She's holding the sword. Look, she doesn't take prisoners. She likes things to be right and truthful, but she doesn't stand fools very gladly. So you're either hoping to have her energy, or there's somebody around that you're a bit worried about who's got that energy. So either way, and it's also about perspective and understanding other people's perspective, but also valuing your own perspective. So this is in your hopes and fears position, Taurus. And then the outcome here, again, we've got another new beginning. So that was at the root of your situation. So there's a new beginning in some area. This is the dawn card. You've got the sun rising, shining across the landscape, lighting up the landscape. And then you've got the river that's gently flowing. So this is there's a new beginning, a brand new beginning with something. Now, here's the Strength card. This is about holding something back. So within this new beginning, you're having to hold something back. You need to be strong. Now, Taurus, the bull, Taurus, the bull is your energy, Taurus. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, I can't get my words out. So the bull is your sign in the zodiac. And here you are, but with this particular deck, you're having to hold back this bull. So, and you've got to be very strong. So it's almost like holding the tide back, holding something that's very strong, trying to force its way forward. But you're having to hold it back. You need to hold it back, and the universe is sending you that strength to do that concerning this new beginning. So it's all around having the strength to hold something back in this new beginning as you go forward. And then the future coming in, we've got the activation card. So as the wind blows, it stirs the leaves up, it changes the landscape, it moves things around, and this is what's coming in. There's movement and change, activation coming in for you, Taurus. And then we have, as a clarifier, we have the Hanged Man. Now, this is when trying to get a new perspective, when things are, because the Hanged Man is looking, what he's seeing is very different to when he's upright. But this is also about a lack of movement, being frozen, if you like, feeling that you can't move. that feeling of not being able to move. And it's a winter card, so it's like when nothing's happening, but there is sunshine starting to shine through. Now, this is a clarifier for the activation card. So something that has been frozen, that has been still, there's been no movement, and only having one perspective, that's going to change now, because the wind is going to be blowing. There's going to be an activation, movement. All right, so this is not going to last. This stillness is not going to last much longer. Things are going to be moving. All right, thank you for joining me, Taurus. I do hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please do join me again going forward. Take care now. Bye-bye.